Hello everyone, I am Devanshi Vadiya. This is question number 1342 of LeetCode. We have number of steps to reduce a number to 0. Now we have given an integer num and written the number of steps to reduce it to 0. If the current number is even, you have to divide it by 2. Otherwise, you have to subtract 1 for that. Now let us do the drawing for this. Num is equal to 14. So what we'll do is first we'll divide if the number is even. Since 14 is even, we'll divide it by 2, we have 7. Now since 7 is odd, we'll subtract 1 and obtain 6. Now 6 is even, so we'll divide it by 2 and obtain 3. 3 is odd, we'll subtract and so on. At the end, we have 1 is odd and subtract 1 and we have obtained 0. Since the number is reduced to 0, the steps are over. As you can see, we have done 6 steps and we have output as 6. So what we'll do is, if we are counting, if we have two kind of steps here, either divide by 2 or subtract 1. If we are dividing by 2, we'll have step plus plus. If we are subtracting 1, also we have to add the steps. So what that will first do, what will first create the steps variable. It will start from 0. Now we'll create the loops. Now for loop, we will have conditions for which if it is divisible by 2, that is if it is even, we'll divide it by 2. First we need to check if it is divisible by 2 or not. If it is divisible by 2, we'll subtract it by 2. But if it is not divisible by 2, we'll subtract minus 1. Then it will iterate again and it will go to the number. Now we cannot use for loop, we'll start with while loop. So while num, as you can see, the array is given as num. So while num is greater than 0, if nums, if num divisible by 2, if num divided by 2 is equal to 0, that is, if it is divisible by 2, what we'll do is, we'll do num divided by, we'll do num divided by 2. Now why did we do this? Num divided by 2 equal to num. Or you can do what you can do is to write it simply, num is equal to num by 2. Now this is the step. This is to check if it is even. If yes, divide by 2. Now if it is not, then we'll create the else condition. If it is not divisible by 2, what we'll do is we just need to minus 1, right? So num is equal to num minus 1. If not, subtract 1. This is for subtracting it. Now, at the end, what we'll do, we'll just return steps. So if we do dragon for it, we have, let us start with 14. So let us take num equal to 14. If num equal to 14, num is greater than 0, right? If num is divisible by 2, yes, num is divisible by 2, that is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So 14 is divisible by 2. Also, once a minute, we just need to do steps plus plus, yes. Now, 14 is divisible by 2. Yes, we have. So step plus plus. So here we have 1. Now 7. Now we'll go again at the num. Now num is equal to 7 as num is divisible by num by 2. So we have num equal to 7 now. We have num equal to 7. Now 7 is greater than 2. Let us divide 7 by 2. Is it divisible by 2? No. Here equal to will be 1. So if condition is false, we'll go to else. Num is equal to num minus 1. So 7 minus 1 will be 6. So we did one step. So step will increase this 2. Now we have 6 here. Is 6 divisible by 2? Yes. So step is equal to 3. And we have 3 here. Is 3 divisible by 2? No. So here we have num minus 1, which is 2. It will be 4. And so on, it will go and on and on and on up to the end. Here is the same thing. You just need to check if having a tiny mistake. And that was it. Thank you.